Something just shifted in golf. And if you're really paying attention, this is bigger than it looks. Augusta National just made a move that could quietly reshape who gets to play in the most exclusive tournament in the world. And at the exact same time, they sent a message so strict, it shocked even top players. This isn't just about rules. It's about control, power, and the future of the game. So before we break this down, hit like, subscribe, and let's get into what's really happening here. The announcement that no one expected out of nowhere, Augusta National Golf Club just dropped a decision that sent real shockwaves through the entire PGA Tour ecosystem, and if you're paying attention, you can feel the shift instantly. Starting in 2026, a pathway that players depended on for years is gone. Completely erased, not adjusted, not reduced, just removed like it never existed. Those FedEx Cup fall events, they weren't just extra tournaments, they were survival mode for players fighting to keep their careers alive, chasing that one moment that could change everything with a Masters invitation. And now that door is shut. What makes this even more intense is how quietly it happened. No long debate, no warning, just a calculated move that feels intentional. Casual fans might scroll past this, but if you understand how careers are built in golf, you already know this changes pressure, opportunity, and futures overnight. And honestly, this is only the start. Augusta goes global. But here's where everything flips, and this is the part that makes you stop and think. While one door quietly closes, another opens, and this one is global in a way we haven't seen before. Augusta National Golf Club is now giving automatic invitations to winners of major national opens across the world, including events like the Scottish Open, Japan Open, and Australian Open. That's not random expansion. That's a statement. For the first time in years, it feels like Augusta is saying elite golf doesn't belong to one system anymore. It belongs to the world. This move elevates international tours, gives new champions a real spotlight, and quietly shifts power away from a single dominant pipeline. And if you really read between the lines, this feels like strategy at the highest level, because when Augusta goes global, it doesn't just grow the game, it changes who controls it. Not all wins are equal anymore. Now here's the part that most people are not talking about enough, but it might be the most brutal change of all. Augusta National Golf Club is redefining what a real win actually means, and suddenly, not every victory on the PGA Tour carries the same value anymore. Only full FedEx Cup events, the ones tied directly to the main competitive structure, will truly matter for qualification. Think about how big that is. For years, a win was everything. Now context decides your future. Where you win matters, when you win matters, and even who you beat starts to matter more than ever. This isn't just a rule change, it's a shift in how success is measured in professional golf. And for players grinding smaller events, this creates a harsh reality. You can have your breakthrough moment and still not get closer to Augusta. That kind of pressure doesn't just test skill, it tests belief. While everyone is locked in on qualification drama, Augusta National Golf Club did something else that feels subtle on the surface, but is actually just as powerful. They made the course tougher, and not in a loud way, but in that quiet Augusta style that only true fans notice. The iconic 17th hole? It's been extended, yardage increased, tee positions adjusted, angles slightly changed. And this is what Augusta does better than anyone. They don't just decide who gets to compete, they design the pressure those players have to survive. Because here, winning isn't just about talent. It's about handling a course that's constantly testing your limits. Here's something most fans completely missed. And honestly, this might be the biggest clue about where golf is heading next. This isn't just Augusta National Golf Club making isolated decisions. They're bringing personality into golf fashion. Day came in with something bold this year. A full bird theme. The outfit had to be modified, the pants had to be toned down, and the overall expression was limited. And just like that, the contrast becomes impossible to ignore. On one side, Augusta is opening doors to the entire world. On the other, it's tightening its grip on tradition and image down to what players can wear. That tension, it says everything about where the sport is right now. This moment honestly says more about the state of golf than any leaderboard ever could, because what one side, you've got a new generation of players bringing personality, something more expressive and relatable. The truth is, neither side is wrong, which is exactly why this tension feels so powerful. Golf is evolving, but it's not happening evenly. Some parts of the sport are moving fast, adapting to modern culture, while others are deliberately holding the line. And moments like this expose that clash in real time, showing us a sport that isn't broken, but is definitely transforming. Now let's talk about the part LIV Golf, because whether people admit it or not, every restrictive move made by the PGA Tour or Augusta indirectly makes LIV more attractive. Think about what LIV offers. Pressure increases, and suddenly those alternatives start to look very different. This isn't just competition anymore, it's leverage. LIV doesn't even have to act directly. Its presence alone is influencing how decisions are being made across the entire golf world. And that's what makes this moment so interesting, because even when LIV isn't part of the conversation, it's still shaping it. Step back for a second, and this becomes way bigger than just one decision or one tournament, because what we're really watching right now is golf trying to redefine its identity in real time. Is it a truly global sport driven by worldwide competition, or is it still a tradition-bound institution rooted in history and control? Is it about entertainment, personality, and modern fan engagement, or is it about discipline, legacy, and preserving what made the game special in the first place? Right now, it's both, and that's exactly where the tension lives. Because you can expand globally, like Augusta National Golf Club is doing, while still maintaining absolute control over identity, structure, and image. You can modernize pathways into the game, but still protect tradition at the highest level. And that's the real message here. Evolution doesn't mean losing control, it means choosing exactly how change happens and who gets to shape it. This is not the end of the story. In fact, this feels like the beginning of something much bigger, because changes like this don't stay contained. They ripple across the entire sport. Players will start adjusting their strategies, focusing on different tournaments, rethinking how they chase major opportunities. They're setting the tone, defining the structure, and deciding how the game evolves. And whether you agree with it or not, that's what makes this moment so powerful. Because right now, golf isn't just being played, it's being reshaped in front of us. Because what's coming next will completely change everything you thought you knew.